Alright, this is Monday, the 21st. This is week 9, day 16. Right, we had Labor Day, we didn't have class. Cyber defense, we didn't have time to really talk much about, but we need to get going on some of the items with that. We'll take a look at it during class time later this week, maybe in networking. IT essentials. It's really important when we talk about learning that if you haven't been learning as well, you know, your performance maybe on exams or whatever isn't what you want it to be, you need to think about what things that you maybe need to change. Now, we talked about change and being persistent with grit and growth mindset, drive, what things, and really responsibility, and then metacognition, how you think about your learning. And there's lots of options for that. So you can see any of your instructors and ask them what steps could I take to improve the learning. I talk about maybe doing a better job at scheduling your time. Work time, you know, time where you're not disrupted and you're not multitasking. Getting the class 10 minutes early for all your classes, or as close to that as you can. Just your schedule in general, starting there, getting your sleep and so forth. There are a lot of them that we've already talked about. Network topics today, we filled out a sheet, a two-sided sheet where students answered the questions by freehand writing in the answers, which was the idea there is to make them think about the topics. So if you're gone, it's kind of hard to reiterate that. And then we went over it together. We really didn't talk much about laptop details except for the research topics. I'll mention that here in a minute. And we took the exam for Chapter 6. Wednesday, we're going to work on Chapter 7, spend a little time on printers, maybe just introduce printers, and then an overview, work on your research. I'll talk more about that in a little bit. And then you'll take that CERT practice test for Chapters 5 and 6, so you'll want to review the materials from those two chapters, especially the test questions that you missed. Don't just look at the answer, but go back into the material. It references the material. You can go back in and look at what unit you should go back through. Career fair. I have to go to the career fair at 10 o'clock, so I'll start this in plenty of time. Probably give you 45 minutes, maybe even close to an hour to complete this, so you have plenty of time. The Chapter 7 exam is on right now, and it'll be on until midnight Sunday. And you can take it up to 3 times. You can take it. So I suggest you go back through the material, maybe work on that Thursday, Friday this week, then take it once. See how you do, then go back into the material and where you missed. Don't just, and the test is set up, you can't see, it doesn't give you the exact answer, but if you look through the materials with the test questions, you know, it'll give you a good idea if it doesn't tell you the answer, where to find it. Then take it again, and if you haven't scored as good as you'd like, review again and take it a third time. Don't just look the answers up on the internet to where you think you're just finding those specific answers. Okay? And then don't share the questions with anybody either in terms of the test. Okay? I talked just a little bit. These two, you should be learning those. Okay? You should be able to list and explain. We talked a little bit about basics with network topics. We talked about addressing, and we talked quite a bit about services. So these were basic things from chapter 5 and 6. Now we talk a little bit about access. 3 main ways in which we get access into networks. And then for research, there are 5 labs that deal with research. So we got a couple students doing docking. We got 3 students doing the research on screens. We got 4 doing batteries. We got 3 doing drives, and we have 3 doing specs. So if you miss class, you have to pick one of those and start do the lab, look through the lab, and then also do some extra, extra deep dive, maybe. Go further into the material so that you're an expert on whatever area you picked. All right? And then we're going to put that research together on Wednesday. Okay? And that's it.